when it reaches temperatures over 36. A really awesome camp kitchen. Everything is provided. I have been good lately. I haven't had any vinos since I reckon you're probably thinking, where is she? I'm at a farm stay. We have decided to set up camp, park the van up the back, and you know what? We got this whole place to ourselves. Absolutely loving it already. So I thought, you know what? Even though the conditions are absolutely crazy at the moment, we are in the middle of a heat wave. I know we were banging on about not so many episodes ago of being cold. We left Adelaide, which, believe it or not, is only like less than an hour and a half from where I am now, and the difference in temperature is absolutely crazy. We are going from the very, very high 30s into the 40s up here. We are in a little place called Ryelands Farmstay. Where is it exactly, you might say? Well, it's probably a really good base if you want to explore the Barossa Valley. We're not actually going to be exploring the Barossa Valley in this episode. We've come here for a few other reasons. One, to relax and hang out at the farmstay. Reason why is because traveling this time of the year, which is still the end of the festive season, everyone's still on holidays, we had to beat the crowd. So we've come out this way, but we've also heard a few things about the neighbouring town. It's called Kapunda. Yeah, Kapunda. It has the most haunted hotel in town, and it is said to believe that it possibly could be one of Australia's most haunted towns. But anyway, we'll get to that a little bit later on. This property, family owned since 1839. Such a long time ago. It is still a working sheep station, and this shed that I'm standing in was built approximately in about 1840. Parts of it have been renovated and new parts have been added on, but this shed was built way back then. I'm going to take you around the farm. I'm going to show you as much as I can. It's an absolute scorcher out there, and now it's decided to have a whirly wind. So not only is it hot, it's like whoo, all over the place. You're stuck with me for a little bit because Mr. B's got a few jobs to do. He's setting up and probably putting the aircon on. You are lucky enough here, if you want, you can have a powered site for just $35 a night. And also bonus, I didn't realize, you can get water hookup. They've actually got 6 powered sites, and then there's a number of unpowered sites as well. But as I said, we've got the whole place to ourselves. I'll take you through, I'll show you a few things about this property that make it really, really unique. And there's also a couple of other options for accommodation. So I'm going to say this is probably a perfect low-cost farm stay. To Pete and Sue, who are the current owners here. They actually still live on the farm. And I was curious about the sheep shearing because at the moment there's not a sheep to be seen. So I did learn on the over 10,000 acres that they have, they actually move the sheep around due to the crops. So when they harvest, there's a section that they harvest, and then there's a section where they have the sheep. Now, if I don't get this fully right, in the right order, it doesn't really matter, give or take. So they move the sheep around. The sheep are then shorn around about 5 to 6 times a year, and they get the shearers from the local areas. It is hard, Pete reckons, to get good shearers. I guess it's a bit of a dying breed. My next question was, how much does one shearer get per sheep? So it's said to be around about $5, and they can do up to about 150 sheep. I'm going to say they're not earning too bad bucks. But you know what? It is very hot and hard work. I guess with this farm stay, what makes it unique is it still is in full operation. And if you are lucky enough, you can actually stay here when the sheep shearing is on. As I said, we're the only ones here, maybe because we're crazy and it's hot, I don't know. But anyway, we've enjoyed it. I'm going to take you around, show you what facilities they do have, because they do have a full operating, I'm going to call it camp kitchen. They have bathroom facilities that you're welcome to use as well. They've got a barbecue, they've got games. You can even have functions at this farm stay. You can get married. I've seen a couple of photos on their website, so if you want to check that out, I'll also put the links below. I actually just found this place on Wikicamps. It's one thing that I find sometimes is a little bit hit and miss, but I'm going to say with this farm stay, it's definitely been a hit. Dining area inside the barn. It's huge, like you can really fit your whole family in here. And I could imagine too, as I said, it is a working sheep farm, just what it's like in the thriving time of the sheep shearing. I mean, you'd have the sheep shearers here. I did ask the question, like, do they actually bring their swags? But Pete was telling me, because most of them live just in the nearby towns, they actually just come in for the day. They'll shower, they'll have a feed, you know, breakfast, lunch or dinner or what have you, and then they go back to town and then return the next day. But this is actually a really awesome camp kitchen. Everything is provided. There's so much crockery. You've got a full fridge, microwave, you've got your stove, everything that you need. And it's absolutely stunning. I mean, at night time, this place just looks next level. The fairy lights, just the atmosphere. The only thing it's missing, there's no sheep. I'll just quickly show you where the amenities are. There is a laundry area here. There is no washing machine. We have been lucky enough to hook up the washing machine in the van because we do have water hookup. I mean, we can run our washing machine on the tanks, but obviously you got to go through a bit of water. But yeah, with water hookup, it's easy. With the van, we just do our washing and so forth. But yeah, plenty of water here. The farm stay is actually on town water. So I guess that's why they can provide the water hookup, but please be mindful, like every drop does count, so you don't want to be wasteful. Yeah, so I'll just quickly show you. Toilet, pretty simple, and the shower's massive, it's so big. So you've also got a shower area. I mean, it's only basic, but hey, you can't complain. It's an amazing farm stay. Alrighty, so I think we might go for a little wander outside. It is hot, so I am going to be mindful how long I am outside for, even though I have my amazing Akubra hat on. That actually, Mr. B, the story with my hat too, because I do have many comments when I do wear it, and once we sort of hit the outback again, you will be seeing me wearing it more. I actually got this one for my birthday. Mr. B bought it for me in Alice Springs actually, and the style of it, it's called the Tablelands, and the colour is quite unique. It's called olive. Cottage right behind me. I probably wouldn't even call it a cottage. It's a bit more bougier than that. It's actually a 3-bedroom, fully self-contained cottage. It's got possibly everything and a little bit more that you'd need on a farm stay. They just charge it at $120 a night for 2 people, but you can add on, I think it's about $25 per person other than that. But it's fully self-contained. I mean, what better place? You could just base yourself here, be fully self-contained, away from everybody, and enjoy Kapunda, the Barossa Valley, the Clare region, even Burra, like even Burra where we've just come from. It's not that far, and I mean that town's got so much to offer as well. So yeah, this is a cool little self-contained cottage, I guess. I mean, sometimes I feel like in the van's great, but I mean if you've got the opportunity even just to park up and have a night in a cottage, that'd be cool as well. I'm just going to take you down to the original cottage that was first built back here, way back in, well, it would have been 1839 as well, because that's when the first owners moved here. But yeah, this cottage that I'm going to show you was all built obviously on site, and it actually housed the husband, the wife and the 6 children. So I learnt from Sue. Just imagine living in the conditions in such a small space and raising 6 children. But the thing that amazes me, I feel that people did seem quite happy back then. I mean, it was tough times, but I guess they didn't really know any different. What amazes me is I guess even in the short time that we have been in South Australia and we've sort of headed out this way, is the amount of ruins that you see in paddocks on thousands and thousands of acres that have been there like since the beginning of the 1800s. As I've mentioned before in the Burra episode, it's always the chimney that's still standing. But yeah, anyway, I'll take you down to this little cottage. We'll have a little walk through, and there is one unique thing parked in front of the cottage. I think I can hear the chooks. I didn't even know they had chooks. We might go visit them in a minute. It's probably not the best time of the day to be wandering around the farm. I mean, it is late in the afternoon, but it's so hot. But anyway, here I am now. Check this out. What do you reckon? Pretty cool. Actually, when we checked in at Sue and Pete's cottage, he actually was telling Mr. B that he was driving this bad boy around the farm a bit. So this is the old cottage. It's a bit of just a storing shed at the moment, I guess. I mean, you're not going to live in here, are you? But just look at the size of it. It's crazy. So mum, dad and the 6 kids, this is where they lived. Check out the old fireplace. So much history here. It's amazing. So the first owner, I think his name was John, but don't quote me. I think John, when he first came here, as much as it was a sheep station and sheep farming and I guess, you know, crops and stuff like that, but he was actually, I'm going to call it a rabbit catcher. So there's a number of rabbits that are still around here today, but I can only imagine how many there were back in the day. And there's still a wonderful collection of the rabbit catchers. Yeah, amazing. Oh, hear the wind? It's so windy today. And you know what? I actually think I've just spotted something. I was banging on before that I haven't been able to find a sheep, and I think I've just spotted one. So let's go see where he is. Normally I scare things away, but he actually looks a bit excited to see me. Hello! Oh my goodness, look at you! Hello! Hello! You're handsome. Isn't he gorgeous? Are you a boy or a girl? I'm not sure. Come back. See, I told you, I scare everything away. I'm surprised Mr. B hasn't run away yet. Surely I can't scare the chickens away. Hello. Ah, what you doing, girls? Hello. Are you having a good day? It's a bit hot, isn't it? Yeah. Hello. You having a good chat? How long have you been living at the farm for? It is so hot. It's crazy. I did say to Mr. B I was going to cook pizza tonight, so I think I might head back to the van, get a few things ready for the pizza. I'm going to cook that in the Weber. I know it is going to be hot, but it's going to be an easy dinner to do. I was thinking about doing dinner in the woolshed, but it's just far too hot. It literally, we got here yesterday afternoon, and in there it was in the very high 40s. So, and that was still, I think, about 7:30 last night. So I think we will cook our pizza and just chill out for a little bit. We are also, as I mentioned earlier, Kapunda is not far. It is around about 10 kilometres from the farm stay here. So we are going to take you in there, show you around town a little bit. What is it known for? It was actually Australia's first largest mining town, I believe. So we are going to go up to the old mine, have a look around there, and they are known too for having amazing murals in town. There is a lot to see, but yeah, we'll just show you around there. I was saying to everyone before with the weather, it's just like, it's so hot that it sucks the life out of you. It's dry heat in South Australia, just in case any of you that aren't, you know, our local viewers or anything like that. There is quite a difference in heat in Australia, isn't there? Dry heat,
yeah,
humidity.
So the north you've got mid to high 30s, low 40s, but you've got about maybe 90% humidity, so it's quite a, I'm going to say like a wet heat.
Moist. We'll call it moist.
Yeah. But then when you're down here, there is no humidity at all. It's just dry.
I prefer the dry. Even though I am from Queensland, I think I prefer the dry. But anyway, I think
dry.
I said even though I'm from Queensland, in Queensland we have the humidity. I say I think I prefer the dry.
No, I'd prefer the...
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, what do you guys prefer?
Because this just dries you out and just...
Yeah, but the humidity just sucks the life out of you. It just like sucks your brain, and it just sucks the life out of you. What do you reckon? Like, I don't know. Anyway.
Anyhow, so I'm glad we cleaned the air conditioner, because I think it's running a lot better.
It is. So we did that job, and I have since cleaned the Sirocco fans as well. They were a quick clean. I probably should have showed you, but they were a really quick clean. Next time they need doing, I'll show you. So, yeah, but how good is this spot?
Yeah, it's nice.
The farm stays lovely.
It's nice. The morning you get the get a little bit of shade from
the trees.
It doesn't actually get a bit hot until probably about 11. You start to feel the heat coming through the van.
Imagine this place in winter. Get cold out here too, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
The way you've set up the awning's pretty good this time around, I reckon, hasn't it?
Yeah, I've set up a 45-degree angle just so that it's a little bit lower, so that as the sun does set in the west, we get that extra bit of shade in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good.
It is good. All right. Well, what's your favourite pizza?
Hawaiian.
Ham and pineapple. Extra pineapple tonight. So.
Ham, cheese, pineapple. No
what?
Spices.
No spices.
What happened last time you cooked Hawaiian? What happened last time you cooked Hawaiian?
Well,
what did Roman say?
I cooked it for the grandson because we had him over Christmas down at West Beach.
What'd you put on it?
Well, I put onion because I thought onion was just like a staple on pizza. I put the sauce and I put the onion.
No.
And he's like, Gee Ma, it's got onion on it and I don't like it. And I'm like, Ah, I just thought onion was a thing on pizza.
And that was the first little slice he had. As soon as he took one bite, he's like, nah, not liking it. I said, why? And he goes, G-Ma, there's onion on this pizza. I don't like it.
I think he might be a bit fussy like somebody else I know. Pizza time. All right. So we have been lucky because since we've been in South Australia, they have Aldi's. So I have got my trusty Aldi's pizza bases. So I've got 2 of those. I've got to do a shout out too. I'm not quite sure who you are, but you actually gave me a bonza idea, because one time I was banging on about cooking pizza, and I do one pizza and I do the other pizza and I have to wait and blah, blah, blah. And somebody commented and said, hey, Mrs. B, have you thought of doing a half and half? So I can do a half Hawaiian and a half, say, my favourite pepperoni, and then we're both happy at the same time. Absolutely love that idea. Can't believe I didn't think of that myself. But anyway, these are the pizza bases. They're not gourmet or anything, but they're okay. When you're in the van, honestly, I don't have 2 Weber trays. I've only got 1, so I generally make 2 at once, but I just sit the other one on the plastic thing there. She's all good, nothing fancy here. My Aldi's pizza sauce. Toppings for tonight, pepperoni's still a little bit frozen because I didn't want to take it out too early because it's being so hot. Ham, good old pineapple, and I had this left over. I don't even know how it made it left over because I love this sort of thing with a bit of vino, but I have been good lately. I haven't had any vinos since I reckon I didn't even have a vinos for New Year's. So guess what, guys? I've actually been really good. So, and oh actually, I just found this in the fridge. I don't reckon he's going to notice. I'm going to finally chop some onion and he'll never know. A couple of other things. I do get asked this a lot. No, not using my fishing knife. That's coming soon. But my little tray that I use on here, I'm just going to have to move my ingredients now. My little tray that I use on here, I'll just show you, is actually from Kmart. It is really good for caravanning. It's just like one of these. Kmart, I think it was like $10. I have noticed that since you can actually get them at good old Bunnings, and I think actually IKEA sell them as well. They're really good because they just give me a little bit of extra bench space, not just for making pizza, but when I've got this cooktop up with the gas cooker there, it just gives me a little bit of extra space. So there you go. That's a really good thing, yeah, for the caravan if you didn't already have one. My Jarvis Walker fishing knife, yes, it's still never filleted a fish yet. I know, Dad, I'm still hopeful for when we head up to, you know, the NT or in Western Australia, or maybe even in South Australia, might catch me a fish. But until then, it has been my trusty knife to use in the kitchen. So anyway, we'll just continue. I've mentioned before that if you don't have pizza sauce, you can sort of use whatever, make it up. I mean, sometimes when you're a little bit remote, you just got to use whatever. So my other favorite ones have been the good old tomato sauce, barbecue sauce. You can even put a little bit of Mexican seasoning, you know me, each week with my Mexican seasoning. Bit of curry powder. Another thing actually I do have in the van, I have used before, is a bit of pesto. A bit of pesto is always good as well. So that's all good. Bit of onion. Put a bit of cheese first as well, and then I put my toppings. Gotta say too, guys, sorry about how I'm looking today or this afternoon. I had my beautiful Akubra on, as I said, that Mr. B bought me, and since I've come back in the van, I had my little lay down. I feel like I'm looking a mess, but anyway, tomorrow's a new day. Bit of cheese. All right, now I've got to remember to myself, I'm going to do my half and halves. So we'll do half Hawaiian or ham and pineapple. Like, seriously, guys, what do you call it? Like, ham and pineapple or Hawaiian? Like, does it really matter? I don't know. I love a real big chunky pizza. I don't know. I don't even know, like, you know, overseas, I think where pizza comes from, they don't even put much toppings. I don't get that, because Mr. B and I, we like We like lots of toppings. But anyway, please yourself. I reckon we'll just use all that. Let's just use all that. So you put your ham on. Then we'll put some pepperoni. This is the Aldi's pepperoni. As I said, it's still a little bit frozen. It's not too spicy, but it's got a little bit of a bite to it. I love it. It's so good. Pepperoni's probably my favourite. Slap that on. Hopefully we'll have enough. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Like a boss. Bit of pineapple. I did say I was going to put a lot of pineapple today. I did preheat the Weber. I sparked that up. Hopefully it's still on because it's really windy out there. This is from the deli. It's like a anti-pesto mix. One of my favourites. We'll just put that on there and then it should be good. Did you know that you can actually freeze your cheese, which is fabulous for traveling anywhere, I guess, if you just like on, you know, being out on weekends or whatever, or, you know, you just want extra cheese, or if you're full-time or even at home and you didn't know, but cheese actually freezes really well. So we tend to stock up on cheese, and now we've got the big fridge and freezer in this van, which we're absolutely loving. We've got room in there as well, so just put your bit of cheese on and then we should be good. I reckon normally these take around about give or take 12 to 15 minutes. I usually just keep an eye on them about half time, go from there. The other thing I've loved, I actually picked this up from actually I do remember, from the op shop in Scone quite a while ago. It was $2, and this is the actual barbecue mate one. Bonza, I reckon. So obviously this one will be the first one in, and yeah, I haven't got my watch on. About 15 minutes and then we'll be done. Outside and it's like not even a breeze. The wind has just gone completely to almost nothing. So anyways, that's good. Check that out. What do you reckon? Looking good, looking good. I usually just do that to the bottom of it just so I can actually feel it, make sure that the very center bit is a little bit crusty because I don't like a soggy pizza. I'm going to give that probably 2 more minutes and then it'll be ready. Out. I've put the second pizza in, and you know what? Another 15 minutes, 12 to 15 minutes, and that one will be ready. What do you reckon?
Yummo.
What do you guys reckon? I reckon that looks pretty good. You're gonna do the taste test. I reckon we're gonna call it a night. I reckon that, I just was saying, the wind has completely died down. It's absolutely beautiful out there. So I reckon we might have our pizza and go for a little afternoon stroll.
Maybe.
Because it's cooled down.
Maybe.
I reckon we'll enjoy the sunset.
Maybe.
I think the sunset will be perfect tonight. So we'll see you guys in the morning, and we are heading to Kapunda. we're off to a bit of a slow start. I don't want to keep banging on about it, but it is extremely hot. So we've decided to wait a little bit till, I feel like I want to say the early afternoon, but it's actually, I think, what's the time? 4 o'clock, 4:30 or something?
5.
Oh geez, 5 o'clock. There you go. Hot weather, and you just get the life sucked out of you. So anyways, as mentioned yesterday, we're pretty keen to check out Kapunda, whatever you want to call it. I'm feeling like it's so hot, I feel like I want to grab a beer. And
Oh, that's sorry.
yeah,
I did see, and I don't know whether they'll stock it here,
yeah.
that hard cider has a new flavour out.
Oh, do they? So
I think it's called lemon mango or something, because they've got the lemon,
yeah,
the lemon lime,
yep,
and I did see on Instagram
yeah.
that the new one is lemon mango, so I
That
might
sounds
see if
alright.
they've got some in here, and I'll get a couple and take them home.
Okay, cool. We're not promoting drinking alcohol,
No.
and if you
Well, I don't drink very often, so
exactly, I was just about to say, if you really know Mr. B, he doesn't mind his ice cream, but he doesn't really drink unless I drive him that crazy that then you might have a couple. Or it's really hot maybe. So yeah, the pub. So the pub that we're going to have a beer in, I reckon that's going to be Australia's most haunted. Wonder if there's any ghoulies during the day. Who knows?
Never know.
And we want to take you around to a few sites in Kapunda. So we're going to get off this dirt road. It's around about off the dirt road, I think, give or take 7k in on the hard tops, and then we're in the little town of Kapunda. They've got a mural trail in Kapunda, and there's about 16. We're not going to cover all of them, but we're going to cover a few of our favourites, aren't they? This is our first stop. I reckon that's the talent of Kapunda. He's got his loud set of pipes, hasn't he?
Yeah.
But anyway, moving right along. This has got a spot for you, definitely being military.
Yeah. So there's the mural is comprised of the World War I light horse. So the fact was, Mr. Kidman, he's well known for horse sales here all the way up to Queensland. He actually donated my majority of the horses that went across with the light horse infantry in World War I, and they could carry up to 150 kilos of weight as well. We've got a Vietnam Iroquois helicopter. I can't remember the lady or the nurse, but it's also got HMAS Kapunda, and it's got a modern day soldier as well as a conscription up there. And the thing that I only learnt recently, the price of liberty is eternal vigilance, and that is a motto that the RSL has taken on quite recently.
Wow. And the one thing that I just found out as well, the actual artist that did this one, his name is Tony, and he's actually a local resident in Kapunda, and he actually served in the Vietnam War.
Yeah, he's a Vietnam veteran.
Yeah, he's a Vietnam veteran. So if for some reason you're watching Tony, absolutely amazing, the workmanship that's gone into it.
And thank you for your service.
Yes, thank you for your service. A really nice area. So we're going to take you on a couple, as I said, and yeah, just see what we can find on the way. We've just parked up where and Mr. B just said, oh look, that's the oh, hang on, you got some more information?
This mural here was completed in 2019.
Yeah.
And guess how many hours it took him to paint it?
Oh, would have taken a lot of man hours.
310 hours.
Wow, that's insane. Crazy, but absolutely stunning. And it's just beautiful, like we've noticed going into small towns and that, and seeing murals. It just sort of highlights the town. This is the RSL Club. We've just parked Digger up in the shade. So this is the RSL Club here. I mean, look at the detail in the buildings. Like, you just don't see this anymore. It's just amazing. I'll take you down here. I mean, it's not open, but they do have a little community thrift shop. And again, I'm sure you guys know that I love me a good op shop. But I did notice something down here. And again, it is because where we are, we're nearly in the outback. But look at this, it shuts when it reaches temperatures over 36. A lot of businesses do, because it's just that hot that yeah, no one comes out. And I mean, I guess again, something like this run by volunteers, yeah, absolutely amazing. Oh well, we better crack on. We've got a fair bit to see today. I think I've underestimated Kapunda. Made our way to the historical mine site. Back in the day, this mine actually made South Australia basically not go bankrupt, just from the fortune in the success in this mining area here, which is pretty incredible to say the least. I mean, today it's just like, it's almost a ghost town. But anyway, they've done what we've heard of being a beautiful walking path, an area here for you just to sit and reflect, and I guess enjoy some of the history of the mining, what went on, that type of thing back in the day. I mean, you've got to remember, this was in the 1800s, so yeah, really long time ago. And no fossicking here either, by the way. This is Clyde. He's actually a metal sculptor, and what they used to do back in the day with the horses, they used to walk around literally for hours and hours in circles to make the machinery work in the mines. Would have been a tough gig, I tell you, but check him out. He's absolutely amazing. Such detail. Like, look, absolutely amazing. So I think this is called a whim or something like that. So from what I can gather, it goes around in a circular motion with the horse taking it around, and then what happens is with the pulley system here, it then works in the mine to then make it go up and down. So with the movement of the horse going around, it's then making go up and down and working in the mine shaft. Maybe I should give it a go, see how tough it was back in the day. I think I've got a push. Let's give it a go. Oh, here we go. quiet in Kapunda, I've got to say. There's not many people around. We are going to head to the famous North Kapunda Hotel shortly for a nice cold ale. Hope you're enjoying the little walk through of town. They do have a really great information centre here as well. They've got an upstairs exhibit and also a downstairs exhibit as well. Plenty of information that you can receive and explore the local area. Out. Got a little seat, got a little wireless power station, got 240 volt and 12 volt. You can just sit here, chill. You know what? If you come here and you want to watch us on YouTube, you haven't got too much power, just sit here and plug in. Just across the road from the beautiful park. Yeah, this place here has got a really dark past. This is actually attached to the North Kapunda Hotel. As I said before, one of the most haunted hotels in Australia. This hallway of hell, yeah, a lot went on here. I won't tell you the full details. If you do want to watch, we do some spooky episodes, and we are going to be doing an investigation in here. Why is it called the hallway to hell, you might ask? Well, it's said to be known that there's at least over 16 spirits that walk this hallway and around the hotel. I guess in the mining town back in the day, a lot of shenanigans went on, and it was also a brothel as well. There were murders, there were fights. It is Australia's most haunted hotel, but the beer's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually did feel that someone was sitting next to me for a while there too, but I don't know. How did you feel?
It's fine.
Fine?
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, well, on that note, guys, we have had an absolute amazing time at the farm stay. I hope you've enjoyed it. I think it's the heat.
It's a heat.
I think it's the heat. Mr. B's ready. He's done and dusted. So you know what, guys? Until you see our pretty faces next week, we will be somewhere traveling Australia in the trusty Hilux and Caravan, our home on wheels. So what do you always tell everybody?
Go on adventures, have fun, number one. When out there, always please be safe.